Last week, I told you the story behind the hustle, where it came from, what it cost, and why so many of us built our entire identity around never stopping. But this week, I want to talk about what happens after. Because here's the thing nobody tells you. You can completely change your circumstances, and your brain will still act like you haven't. Hey y'all, it's your podcast bestie Jama again, and today we're talking about something I've been realizing more and more lately. And honestly, it's uncomfortable to admit, as admitting a lot of things I'm realizing nowadays as becoming. But because I think for a long time, I believed that once life got more stable, my brain would feel more stable too. Like if I just worked hard enough, built enough, achieved enough, eventually I'd arrive at some magical place where I could finally relax. Except that's not what happened. Because even though my circumstances have changed, part of my brain still acts like I'm one bad month away from everything falling apart. And that realization has hit me hard lately. Because on paper, I'm not in survival mode anymore. But internally, there's still this low hum running in the background all the time. This feeling of not enough, not safe enough, not stable enough. And it's sneaky because it doesn't always look like fear. Sometimes, well, most of the time, it actually looks like productivity and also ambition. Sometimes it looks like checking things obsessively, overworking, never resting, always needing the next thing. And for high-achieving women especially, scarcity wears a very convincing costume because society rewards it. People praise you for being productive. They praise you for pushing through. They praise you for being so driven. Meanwhile, your nervous system is over here like, girl, we have not relaxed since 2005. And I'm not exaggerating. I think I can pinpoint that time. And I think what's been hard for me is realizing this isn't just a mindset issue. This is wiring. Because when you grow up with instability, whether that's money, stress, chaos, unpredictability, emotional survival, your brain learns to adapt. It builds a threat detection system around whatever felt unsafe. And the crazy part is, those systems don't just retire because your life looks better now. Your brain doesn't automatically go, oh cool, we're safe now. No. Your brain goes, okay, but what if this disappears? And that explains so much for me. Because even now, I still catch myself doing things that make no logical sense sometimes. For me, that means checking numbers obsessively sometimes, or feeling guilty when I rest. That one is huge for me. I can literally be exhausted, sit down to rest, and then immediately feel like I should be doing something productive and have jumped up off the couch many of times and started doing something because that's what I feel like. And honestly, I think that's part of why this whole midlife shift has hit me so hard. Because when your body starts forcing you to slow down, you realize how much of your identity was built around constantly pushing. And if I'm being really honest, I still struggle with it. A lot. Like, yes, I talk about rest more now. Yes, I'm more aware of burnout. Yes, I know my body needs recovery. But does that mean my brain fully believes rest is safe yet? Nope, not even close sometimes. And I think that's important to say out loud because I don't want to sit here and act like I've healed my scarcity mindset and now I'm peaceful all the time, because that is absolutely not true. Some days I still catch myself thinking, if I slow down too much, everything will disappear. And logically, I know that's not true, but survival wiring isn't logical. That's the thing. It's protective. And honestly, I think that's why so many high-achieving women feel exhausted right now. I know I'm not the only one. Because we didn't just build careers, we built identities around being the one who could handle everything. The dependable one, the strong one, the productive one. And eventually, your body starts asking, at what cost? And I've been thinking about this a lot lately, especially because I can literally feel the difference in my body now when stress is high. Sleep changes, recovery changes, energy changes, everything changes. And I started understanding this in a whole new way when I got my blood work back this month. And that's a story for another episode. Because what I'm realizing now is the body keeps score way longer than we think it does. And chronic stress doesn't always leave just because your circumstances improve. Your nervous system still remembers. And I think that's why healing this kind of thing is so frustrating. Because positive thinking alone doesn't fix it. You can't just gratitude journal your way out of survival wiring. Your brain needs evidence, repeated evidence, evidence that rest is safe, evidence that slowing down doesn't equal failure, evidence that everything won't collapse if you stop pushing for 5 minutes. And honestly, I'm still building that evidence day in and day out myself. Some days I rest and I actually enjoy it. Other days I'm laying there resting while mentally reorganizing my entire life and planning 6 new projects. Yeah, that's probably more accurate. So, work in progress, like I always say. But I do think awareness changes things. Because once you start recognizing scarcity patterns, you start treating them like personality traits. You realize, oh, this isn't just who I am. This is survival wiring that stayed online way too long. And honestly, I think there's something really powerful about having compassion for that version of yourself. The younger version of you who learned, work harder, stay useful, keep going, don't stop. Because those patterns probably did protect you at that point. And that's the hard part. The thing hurting you now might also be the thing that helped you survive before. So if you've been feeling this, if you recognize yourself in any of what I just described, I want you to know 2 things. First, you're not broken. Your brain adapted really well, actually. It got you to this point. It just hasn't gotten the update yet that says the danger has passed. We're still waiting on that. And second, unlearning this takes time. It's not a mindset shift you make once. It's evidence you build slowly. Every time you choose rest and nothing falls apart. Every time you slow down and the world keeps spinning around you. That's how you teach a survival brain that it's finally allowed to stand down. If you haven't listened to the last 2 episodes in this series, go back. They build on each other and this one lands differently when you have the full picture. All right, y'all, I'll see you next Tuesday. And if this episode hit a little too close to home, just know you're definitely not the only one figuring this out in real time. I'm right there with you. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to Gemma Pantel Unfiltered wherever you listen to podcasts and leave me a review. It really does help more women find the show. All right, that's all I've got. Bye for now, y'all.